Level 8, Turtle Rock. How's it going to you, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. In today's video, it's time for us to begin exploring the final dungeon in the game. I'm so excited! As we turn on over here, we have this jerk who's going to be making our life hell for a bit. This guy is probably one of my least favorite enemies in the entire game. He's going to be spitting these evil demon fireball thingies. He's always a bit of a pain to deal with because you have to do a spin attack in just the right time to get him to go away. Is what I would be saying if... if we didn't have sword beams! Which way down? Because I just realized we don't actually have full health! Dang it, I was trying to be epic! Okay. Well, yeah, if you mistime your spin jump, or spin attack or whatever, then he's gonna just fly away like a little sissy baby, and yeah, not the most pleasant experience in the world. But this right here, we have a new gameplay gimmick. I don't remember off the top of my head what this is called, so I'm just gonna call it the Square Blob of Doom. Moving the Square Blob of Doom around, you'll be able to create tiles across the floor, so you can use that to be advantageous in situations like this. You want to keep in mind, though, because there's some pretty interesting puzzles associated with it a little bit later we'll be dealing with. So let's go over here. Jump! Ooh, a treasure chest. There must be something shiny inside. Oh no, it's you! We head over this way. We got some jars, which means So as we go across this area, I want to share a bit of a story. So, I've mentioned a couple of times in the past, one of my favorite childhood memories was playing the Game Boy in the backseat of a car on a night ride. And I was trying to remember exactly what part of Link's Awakening I was playing, because I know for a fact it was Link's Awakening. But the thing with the original Game Boy was that it did not have a backlit screen. And so this meant that if you didn't have a light pointing directly at it, then it would be pretty difficult to actually see the game itself. And I remember very distinctly, I was like 5 or something like that, but I remember when I was a super little kid, I was in the backseat of a car. My family had just gone to Disney World, because both my parents were cast members. And we were coming home from Disney World, and I was playing the Game Boy in the backseat. And I think, keyword think, I don't remember if it is exactly this place, but I think it was this dungeon that I was playing during that car ride. So this has always been, it's you again! It's the cute little alien waffle! The alien waffle pancake, whatever I called you before, you're so adorable! Oh, this thing is so cute. This thing is so cute. It just makes the cutest noise ever. It's cute, and it makes an adorable noise. It's the perfect combination. If you're able to time it correctly, you can catch the ball in midair. I've never been super great at doing that consistently, but it's just such a fun thing to do when you're able to do it. I think the trick is to walk towards it, not stand still or whatever. Nah, I can't do it. No, well. Come on. Boom! Yay, we need a fairy! And we get sword beams! I like sword beams. Alright, so we go over this way. Now, a bit of a funny thing that I want to mention real quick. So you see this room, and you see like all these snakes and things like that, and how it's supposed to be like part of the Turtle Rock and things like that. If you use screen warping in the original game, guess where this room leads you to? Just south of this room is the South Face Shrine, where we have that tapestry telling us that, oh, this entire place is a dream, so... Yeah, it's just so amusing whenever... Like, I've been exploring screen warping so much these past few days, trying to figure out all the crazy stuff that I can see, and it's just really fascinating seeing how interconnected this world really is behind the scenes. It's really amusing because most games, you think, oh, this game is so well put together, it's amazing, but then you actually look at the coding and it's like, oh... this game's kind of held together by duct tape. Alright, so we're over here. We're going to bomb this rock right here. Boom, 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 boom. Yippee! I'm gonna have a clip of it on screen right here, but I moved these rocks in such a weird way a couple days ago when I was practicing for this, where the top rock was stationary, but the bottom rock moved, and I don't know how I pulled it off, but it was awesome. At last, you got a map. Press the start button to look at it. I said backtrack, go for a little bit, because I want to demonstrate something else that might be super, super important. We can see on the map right here that the dungeon layout is shaped like a turtle. So that's pretty fascinating. It's pretty fun because like all the dungeon layouts in this game have some kind of amusing layout. Like the Key Cavern looks like a key, English Tunnel kind of looks like a fish, kind of. And the only one that doesn't really have a unique layout is Eagle's Tower, but that's really just because it's, you know, like a four floor dungeon. I feel bad for attacking these snakes because they're just so cute. Like, look at their happy little faces. It's like, hey, look at me, I'm a snake, I'm so cute. Hey, look at me, I'm adorable. And we gotta fight this guy again, which I don't mind. I like this guy. He always drops fairies as well, so if you're super low in hearts, you can just come back here and take care of that. You can also fight the Goombas in the one place. Ah, that's room! Okay, so there's an owl statue somewhere else in the dungeon that'll tell us the solution for this, but you see how we're able to move the block around? You can use so the D-pad. We want to try to fill up all the available space. I feel like I'm at Logo's Cantina telling people, oh, you gotta move down the bar, fill up all the available space, please. That's always an amusing time. Yay! Now, I'm going to save you so much trouble. I'm going to save you so much trouble right now. That's the one I wanted to use. There's a crystal switch somewhere in this dungeon that's going to give you so much trouble. I'm going to save you the trouble and just point it out over here. We'll have a clip a little bit later in the video, or the next video whenever we showcase that, showcasing where the switch is a little bit later for you. But this one is a bit of a mean place because the cracks in the wall, you can't see them when you're on the other side. So it's a bit of a weird layout, and this is probably the puzzle that I get stuck on the most in the entire game. And also a bit of a secrets break you can do right here as well, if you're able to use the Pegasus boots. Whee! I was trying to be fancy. Let's try to be fancy one more time. Game, I want to be fancy. I pulled this off flawlessly when I was practicing for this. I know I can do this. I know I can do this. Okay, my problem is that I'm going up too soon. Okay, I'm doing this out of spite now. I'm doing this out of spite. Yeah, we did it! Let's go back. You may be wondering what's inside these staircases over here. This is different. This is a block of solid ice. It's very cold. So yeah, don't worry about that for now. We won't be able to do anything about that for quite a while. I think the layout, the general theme of this dungeon is really cool. So when I first played this game, I haven't really seen a whole lot of lava places in video games before. I think this is actually my first one that I've ever seen. So, like, technically I think Tomb Raider, I saw that one first, but I didn't actually play it myself because my dad was playing through Tomb Raider. But I didn't make it there myself for quite a while. I don't have another key. I may have jumped the gun a little bit too soon. I might be confused. Well, if we are confused, thankfully we can use a Mumbo's Mumbo to go back to the front. You can also save and quit to get back to the front too, but this one involves music, and I like music. I think we can also use bomb arrows on this guy too. Let me try that out. No, he just flies away from it. Yeah, I remember this guy giving me so much trouble when I was younger, but I really recently realized how effective the sword beams are against this guy, and it just bothering me so much for not showcasing it right now. Come on, buddy. There we go. You can also attack the mini-bats too, but I just find it more amusing to just jump over them. Hey there, buddy. How you doing? We're gonna see a couple of recycled bosses, like we saw this guy before during, I think, Bottle Grotto and Eagle's Tower as well. So that is something that does happen every now and then in the Zelda series, especially in Wind Waker, where in the final dungeon you get like a bit of a rematch of the previous mid bosses, which is kind of amusing because whenever you look back on that, you're like, oh no, this guy gave me so much trouble. But then with your super awesome powers, you're like, oh yeah, we're able to destroy this guy super easily. I'm not sure why this is giving me so much trouble. There's some days where it feels like this thing is like super responsive and awesome, but then there's other days where it's like, wait, why'd you stop? I didn't do anything. Why didn't do anything? I pressed the jump button! Wow, that could not have gone any worse if I tried. You got 50 rubies. Very nice. Oh yeah. And look at this guy. Look at this guy. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? You're the mid-boss of the first dungeon. We've grown so much since we first saw you. You're also still adorable, and you also still look super squishy. And I like super squishy. Okay, let's do this. We got sword beams on our side. Nothing can stop us now. With the power of anime and sword beams. No! Sword beams! There we go! That's all I was trying to do. Was that too much to ask? Okay, we got it. We got the thingy-mabob. We got the thingy-mabob. Now we got one more treasure chest. Right, one more treasure chest. And I like the treasure chest. You've got the compass. Now you can see where the chests are hidden. This compass has a new feature. A tone will tell you if a key is in your room when you enter. I mean, you give the game a break. Like, this is the last time we're gonna see it in this version, so, you know, that we want that text box to feel special, you know. Okay, full heart? Let's do this. Die, bitches! That is so satisfying! It is so satisfying being able to do that after all these years! Why'd you go left? I didn't make you go left. It is so satisfying because, my goodness, that thing gave me so much trouble when I was a kid. Oh, it is awesome. It is such a good feeling being able to do something like that. And be super awesome while doing it. Whee! Hooray for editing! We'll showcase that staircase. I can't talk. We'll showcase that staircase a little bit later. That's hard for me to say. Showcase that staircase. Showcase that staircase. Showcase that staircase. Showcase that. Yeah, that. So we're gonna worry about this a little bit later, but just know that we could technically continue on this puzzle solution a little bit later. The South Statue will tell us to defeat the monsters who hold the key. Attack them from a higher place. Ooh, that sounds fancy. We got redeads over here, which are going to be not the most pleasant thing to deal with in the world, but they're not super difficult. It's just that I remember when I was a kid, I got super intimidated by them because whenever you attacked them, they didn't flinch or anything like that. And it was like, oh my goodness, they're not flinching from a sword? Oh no. These guys are super... Ah, they're super easy, never mind. Owie, that hurt my feelings. Whee! You found the secret medicine! You should apply this and see what happens. It's a little unfortunate that they don't have a way for you to hold on to a secret medicine if you already have one. Like if you bought one, but then you find it in a dungeon anyway. Well, it's a little bit unfortunate, but I do understand. I don't like it, but I do understand. I'm a lonely Goomba, stuck between two pipes. Well, guess I'll keep on gaming for the rest of my life. Although, is it just me, or do these statues look like Bowser heads? It's probably intentional, but I'm going to go with the assumption that I'm the first person in the entire world to notice it, because then I can feel special for once. I'm going to feed these choo-choos again, and yes, they're Zols. I know, they're technically Zolls. I do not care. I always call them choo-choos, because that's what I thought they were when I was a kid. They are choo-choos, and they will always be choo-choos. Let's go over this way. And now we can see there's a staircase leading towards the nightmare door. We want to keep that in mind for a little bit later. Oh boy, a guardian acorn. I wanted that oh so much. Oh so much have I ever wanted that. Okay. Okay, come back over here. Come back over here. Face me like a man. Face me like a manly man. We're men. We're men in tights. We go around the forest looking for fights. We're men. We're men in tights. We rob the rich and give to the poor. That's right. We may look like sissies, but don't get us wrong or else we'll put out your lights. We're men in tights. There's got to be another way of doing the opening credits. He's right. Every time they make a Robin Hood movie, they burn our village down. And we get the final piece of heart in the game. Oh, it's such an exciting feeling. That's super epic and awesome. We are so close to the end of this let's play. It is crazy. And we get a piece of power. Isn't that fun? And now we have the 4th portal. This was a triumph. I'm making a note here. Huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. So the L statue mentions that we want to defeat these guys from a higher place. If we were to fight these guys down there, then we would have the treasure chest spawn up in this higher area. So that's the reason why I wanted to come down here first. Or up here first, rather. Yeah, that was a little too soon. Okay, one more to stay in the corner. There we go. We did it! We did it! Yay! You got a small key, you can open a locked door. I do believe in... oh, never mind. I thought we had more keys than that, but nope, I lied. I'm a liar. I'm a lawyer. I'm a lasagna. What? You ever just say things and you're like, wait, what did I just say? That's the story of my life. Owie! Demon waffle! If the statue looks strange, shoot it with the bow. Your mama looks strange. There we go. That took me quite a number of attempts. We can see over here, this is the side that we were on earlier. On the right side was where we were earlier, rather. So, yeah, we're making progress. Making our way downtown, walking fast, and something about a something. You got a small key, you can open a locked door. Why am I seeing so much in the final dungeon in this game? This we want to come back to later. But I do believe that we have all the keys necessary to continue our destiny. So, a bit of a funny story. I'm going to keep this a little PG rated, but yeah, so my old roommate and I, we had a funny tradition where whenever one of us was coming home, we would, how do I word this in a PG manner? We would tell the other one to kick out the girlfriend that we were apparently sharing, and so this alleged girlfriend that we were apparently sharing, her name was Destiny, so we'd be all like, it's time to kick out the girlfriends, except for Destiny, she can stay. So yeah, whenever I hear the word Destiny, that's what I think about nowadays. If we go down this way, we don't need to light up these lights, but it might be good for people watching. Die, snake. I'm so sorry, you're so cute, I didn't want to have to do that. And this is the reason why I wanted to wait for a little bit, because this requires 3 keys to fully go through. Alright, we're almost there. We are almost there. We got this. Just a little bit more to go. And I know it's just like a simple red texture, but man, I love how this area looks. Just the entire dungeon in general. The use of the red in this place just looks really awesome and really conveys the feeling that, hey, we're in a lava area and this place looks super awesome. It still looks pretty good on the original Game Boy, but, you know, it looks better here because it's, you know, in color. And this guy is a jerk. So he's going to be punching and stuff like that, and his punches can really hurt. I've ever had such a hard time with this guy. And he has one attack in particular who, if he does that, he has a particularly mean attack where he'll punch you, knock you out, and then he'll do this.
Wah, wah, wah.